Okay, so just checking in to see how you guys are doing, because we have been getting slammed with some energy from the sun, probably with a mix of a bunch of other things coming through as well. But it's been a lot for us to integrate and bring all of the changes into our physical body. So I know some of you guys are really struggling with the physical stuff. Some of you are struggling with the emotional stuff. Some of us are struggling with all of it. So I just had this conversation with Spirit this morning as I was doing all my stuff, because when these energies are coming through, it's very easy to like get caught up in them, or Spirit's just saying caught up in the trap of them, right? Because when these energies come through, especially if you're an empath or sensitive, you are going to pick up sensory perceptions of whatever's coming through, right? Like your body feels it, and then maybe your stomach feels it, and your head feels it. And then what happens though is every single time we do that, it's a thought process. There's a thought process involved in that. And so that's what Spirit was showing me today, was just, what if when you're picking up on these energies that are coming through, what if you just had no thought about them? So for me, that was really helpful to hear that, because I'm a big thinker. I'm thinking all the time. My mind is going all the time. And I know this for a fact because when I do readings for clients, when I channel Spirit, when I'm doing all that, I don't think, there's no thinking involved. I just step out of the way. But when I'm not working, my mind is as busy as everybody else's, and I'm like thinking about everything all the time. So when all of this ascension energy is coming through, which is really meant to lighten us up, really meant to lift us up, really meant to, transport us, transform us, right? It does do that. It's big energy coming through. But there is that, that density within us. So we feel that restriction. We feel that resistance, right? When the light comes in, it hits our dark. And then it's like we feel that resistance, right? That's why, have you guys been noticing like those dips? Like we're just getting those dips where a whole bunch of light will come in and you're like literally like, woohoo, this is awesome. I love this. And then like the next minute you're like, oh, why is everything making me feel sad? And everything is making me feel not motivated and uninspired. And like, I don't like that. Right? Is anybody feeling that stuff where you're like, you were fine with something the other day and then now you're like processing it and you're like, yeah, I don't even like that. I don't like that. It doesn't feel good. It's that stuff, right? We're clearing out that. We're clearing out the density. We're kind of working through that stuff. And again, it doesn't just disappear. It doesn't just dissipate. It has to transform. It's energy, right? It has to express itself. So it needs to change shape and form. And so while it's changing shape and form, we are the ones that's holding the stuff, right? We're holding it and we're like, yeah, I don't like the way this feels. This is making me feel yucky. I don't like the emotions that it's bringing up. It's not a good time. It's not making me feel. So what Spirit said was just, what if you don't think about it? What if you like, just don't think about it? So just as an example, a wave of an emotion comes through and you recognize this to be something that doesn't feel great. So it's not giving you butterflies and goosebumps. It's making you feel like, ugh, like, what is this? And instead of like trying to go into the mind with it and think about it and where do I need to follow that and where's that coming from and what's activating this and what's the source of it, instead of doing that, just being like, I don't need to do this right now. Go back into, I'm safe, we're good, light heart, light mind, light body. And that's it. And just kind of like try and do that. I'm going to do that for the rest of the day. I'm just going to, every single sensory input that I get, every wave that I feel, every, stuff that's coming in, if we get more solar flares, all that stuff, whatever comes through that starts to activate stuff within me that I start to pick up on, I'm just going to say no thought. I'm giving it no thought. And let me know how this works for you. It's not easy, guys. I know, because we're like dogs with bones. As soon as that stuff comes in, we are like, what's this about? Why? How do I have to blah, 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 right? So just try that, the no thought, because that's what I'm going to do. It's that. And pick whatever words feel good to you. No thought sounds really kind of like effortless and easy to do. And that this whole process needs to be easy for sure. So when that stuff's coming in and you're like, what is that? Where's it coming from? Why is it making me feel like that? Just allow your higher self to come in and say, no thought. No thought. Let me know in the comments if you're going to try that. Just put no thought in the comments so that we're all sending this big like out to the universe. No thought. We just need to have no thought today. Sending you guys huge blessings.